lovely, very Greek feeling hotel. And we're just coming out after breakfast and starting out our own walking tour of downtown Athens.
Typical entrance to a little Greek home. About to take our walk on. What do you like about this alley?
Oh, the cleanness, the whiteness. It's very Greek looking. I love the zoom. Boy, it just makes so many things possible. I really like this bust. Antique store. It's kind of hard to tell. Where I have the two tones, it's very rich. I like it a lot. I think I'm going to go back and bargain with them.
Let's see, there's a, I don't know what this stuff is.
Well, I like it, but it's $12. I'm going to see if I can find something and bargain for a little less.
Where do you think we are?
Right about where my...
Where do we start from?
Right here.
Okay.
Walk down here and we're right up here.
That had its own light and sound show. There's a light and sound show at the Acropolis. You pay money for it, but this, we figure we can just walk down this main street and hear all the lights and sounds we want to hear, see, and hear. And we're right now near an archaeological site, and we're going to continue around the edge of this park. Jan is consulting the map as the official navigator.
If we wander on up Amalius little avenue a little longer, we're going to hit the National Gardens.
Of all things. And they offer a bachelor's degree in Greek studies. We're in the National Gardens, and this is a national seat of power, apparently. Let's see how it fits me. I could get used to this. This is pretty good. Bring on the slaves. You there. This is behind the Zappio Museum, and we're following a map. There's only one problem with the map. What is it, Jan?
It's a German map. We found it was left in our room, so obviously there are a lot of German tourists in Athens. Wish we had Gisela with us. So we're having a little trouble understanding what it is we're going to see because it's all in German. Right now we're heading for the Gedenkstätte des Unbekannten Schlachten.
I think that's where Hitler's had his final decree or something. Or not, but it says that the gardens were first designed and landscaped and planted in 1839 and 1860. It was the royal garden of the Kings Otho and Amalia. Today the palace is used as the House of Parliament, and since 1927 the name of the royal garden was changed to the National Gardens and opened to the public. Whoop, got my camera off as I was reading with my other eye. Requested not to abandon cats or other animals in the National Garden, and it also says dogs are not allowed to enter the National Garden. Can't read. Statues in Athens. What do you think?
Well, I figure they kiss the feet of statues in Rome. Why not kiss the cheeks of these cute guys in Athens?
Okay, this camera doesn't know what you did. We put it on the put it on the still camera. Let's repeat that for the vast viewing audience, because we only have it in the still camera. So this in Rome do one thing, in Athens there's the cat I was looking for.
bread and feeding the ducks.
No.
Anyway, I got a cute picture of it. Sweet.
Even the ducks have houses here. Full study.
The duck is more than it turns out.
Tell you, it's first time that you visited Greece? Maybe? Yeah. And how long? 2 weeks, you said?
Well, no, we've been on the cruise for 2 weeks, and we started in Rome. And we stopped on the cruise ship, we stopped by Rhodes and Cyprus.
Crete, my cousin.
To the major street. Jan, do any of these pictures remind you of me?
Oh, this one. It's Randy and Liz.
What is it?
It's a picture postcard of Crete. I spent half of it. I spent 500 on 10, so they were 50.
We're approaching the presidential palace, and here's some really terrific apartment buildings right near them, near the palace. Oops, sorry about that bumpy walk, folks. Palace. I think it's some kind of a Greek dance, but I'm not sure. This guy is not in the Greek army. Literature?
I'd like to see what a Greek department store looks like.
Okay.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. This is Constitution Square. This is Jan. And this is the Parliament. And this apparently is Embassy Row. That's not very attractive, is it? Let's try it back here. These are posters along a construction barricade keeping us from going in Constitution Square. Square. Watching in downtown Athens. Number of shorts tell you something about the weather here in Athens. That pipe smells good. Caps. What'd you get?
That's postcards, the last of our postcards. I found the ones from Rhodes that we had lost when we were over in Rhodes.
So, should we mail them from New York, or should we take them home and mail them?
Oh, I don't know. No, we'll mail them from New York. I'll write them on the plane. I was in a very, very, very expensive shopping area in Athens near Constitution Square. It reeks with money.
Jan, you're getting so you can pronounce Greek words pretty well. How do you pronounce this one over here across the street?
Wendopolis?
Wendopolis. Yes, it looks like an eating place. But I've been busy taking pictures. What do you think of this scene, Jan?
It's great. Great. Just wondering where all these people go during their siesta. They go back home and have a commute 2 times a day, or what they do. It's about 12:30 now. Should be time for everybody to close up shop.
Note how the car is parked right on the sidewalk. Well, it's right in front of a bank. Actually, American Express Bank. Iced coffee.
So good.
If it sounds noisy, that's because it is. However, that's ambience. We paid good money to get all this noise, and we're going to enjoy every last bit of it. We walked over from Constitution Square to the downtown area, saw this nice little restaurant, decided it's time for a break. So I had fresh squeezed orange juice, Jen had iced coffee. We had a couple of pizzas, and now we're having some bottled water, which is terrific. Jan has decided the Greeks are a good-looking people, particularly the mature men. I find the same thing, only I go for the more immature women. I think they're all rather good-looking people.
Who you commented are very buxom.
Oh, buxom, yes. I was commenting, just giving sort of an academic report that the women do seem to be more buxom than I've seen. However, they're not nearly as obese as we see in California, and I sort of miss that heavy layer of fat that I've grown accustomed to in California. Anyway, we're just sitting here enjoying the scene, and I don't know where we are. We have no idea, and all we do have to know is how to get to the airport day after tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Tape our vacation. I'm going to have somebody come along and get in some of the pictures too. I feel like this has been a picture of Jan's behind, walking through historic sites.
I'm not looking forward to reviewing this.
What do you see?
I want to go in and check the price of something. I'm negotiating here. I'll be right back.
Okay, you can negotiate, but you can't buy. Because they say if you can see the Acropolis, then you know exactly where you are. And there it is. So I'm pretty sure we're not lost. Jan, you look like you're traveling alone.
Traveling with a photographer.
Drive-in banking. I don't know whether he's selling watermelon or calling us to prayer. Go down a side street, then the noise is all gone. English newspaper over here. Jan, here are those postcards you were looking for.
Which ones?
You know which ones you told me you're looking for?
I was? Oh, these are great. He's got some beautiful pottery in there. You mean this one? Here, you want this one?
No comment.
We think it's funny.
Yes,
Your phallic symbols.
it's archaeological.
Fertility, right? Fertility, science, and health.
And fun.
Love and beauty. filming?
Yes.
This is from different places than she was. Across the street, get a Coke to take into the hotel. Want something?
Yes.
Okay, got the heat of the day to lick now. Time to go in and get air conditioned.
Okay. We decided to come up to the hotel's roof garden, and now we're taking a tour around the lavishly appointed roof garden. Here's a nice apartment across the street from the hotel. Let's take a 360 and see what's here. And there's the Acropolis. Notice all the chairs facing the Acropolis. The refrigerator is Thursday, September 2nd, 1993, and where do you think we are today? Council Bluffs, St. Louis, Kankakee, nope, Athens. No, not that other Athens. This is Athens, Greece. And this morning we're at 9:35 going to visit the Agora, which is the ancient marketplace, and then we're going to visit the flea market. We understand they're having some terrific prices on fleas. So I think we'll now take a walk and discover what I believe is the best preserved temple of ancient Greece. And we'll go see what it's all about right now. Where is this temple in relationship to the Acropolis? Take a look right over there. What we just saw, I think that is the number 48 is designated as the Hephaestion. Of course, this is ancient Agora as it looked in AD 150, and we're now looking from this chart down to this ancient marketplace at the foot of the Acropolis. I'm going to wander down there in a moment and see what it's all about. What this badge is, when you go to these ancient places, if you have a video camera or anything that looks professional, they charge you extra. So this cost 1,000 drachmas, which is about $4.50. And this designates me as an official professional videographer, and I will wear this badge with a certain amount of pride. I think it is.
Oven or a table of some sort. I suspect the stand that it's on is new. The stone looks certainly old.
Recessions in the stone, trying to figure out what they are. Apparently some pillars were placed in those holes, and these were the foundations of buildings. This, as I mentioned earlier, is the marketplace of ancient Athens.
Got horses or donkeys or whatever they do.
Or slaves.
Slaves.
Zeus. I don't see him right now, but anybody cares to worship him, here's the place you do it. These are. There were some kind of rolling stones. The only thing I noticed is there isn't any moss on them. I guess that makes sense. Hall of Agrippa, built in 15 BC. Agrippa was the son-in-law of the Emperor Augustus. The auditorium had a span of, what does it say? Span of 85 and seated about 1,000. That's the sound of a native Athenian bird, I believe. A statue out of ancient Greek history, the lovely Janice, I think it's called. She walks, she talks, she smiles and waves. This is more of the theater of Agrippa. It was destroyed and then rebuilt smaller and became a lecture hall in the Roman era. On the hill, one of the hills overlooking Athens, and you can see where we are right now in the agora at the foot of that hill. It only dates back to about AD 150. I mean, it's probably the closest that we'll ever understand what ancient Athens buildings look like. This is a reconstruction from 1953 to 1956. This original building was reconstructed under the auspices of an American group, but all of the columns are new, the wood beams are new, and the marble floor is new, and it really gives you an impressive feeling for ancient Athens.